Cool students of 12th, welcome to 100 Learning. I'm Shruti. I'm here to teach what? The formula sheet of surface area and volume. Yeah, in surface area and volume, we almost do what? We will find the surface area and volume of different shapes in real life by using the formula sheet. Yeah, this formula sheet will become a base for you to become an expert. The first, we are going to categorize in surface area and volume in different parts. First, we're going to talk about surface area, then later we discuss about the volume. Yeah, the first what we discuss is called surface area. What is surface area? When I talk about surface area, it means the space covered by any shape outer surface. Shapes outer surface. When I talk about the space, any shape, it is a box. When I talk about the surface area of this box, it means the space covered by the outer surface. You got it? When I talk about cube, we must know what is 3D shape and the difference between 2D and 3D. What is the difference between 2D and 3D? Let me give an example of 2D shape. It's a parabola and we know it is length and it is breadth. For the measurement of parabola, we need only two factors, and this is the difference between 2D and 3D. For 2D shape, we almost need two factors for the measurement of the shapes, and for 3D shape, we need at least three factors. Yeah, at least three factors we need. So cube means it's a 3D shape and it looks like a box. Yeah, it looks like a box. And I'm going to say something. There is one unique thing between cube and cuboid. Only one difference makes cuboid as cube. What the difference? When this box outer cover is square, then it becomes cube. When it is rectangle, it is cuboid. So we can notify that every cube is a cuboid. Yeah, because you know, every square is a rectangle. In that way, I can say every cube is a cuboid. And when I see sphere, we have to compare it with circle, which is a 2D shape. When I can just have this space, when there is a space inside the circle, it is 2D shape. When it is filled by some solid, then it is sphere. A perfect example for sphere is let's look like a cricket ball. You have cricket ball. Everybody knows cricket ball and how it looks like, right? So sphere is in the form of cricket ball. Cricket ball is a shape of sphere. We all know center, radius and diameter of a circle, right? So in the same way, we have all these factors which is applied for sphere also. And the surface area for the sphere we will be discussed in the next slide. And what is hemisphere? When I talk about hemisphere, it means half of the sphere. It is a half part of a sphere. Of a sphere, right? It looks like half part. It's look like a semicircle. We know semicircle, right? When semicircle is filled by solid, it is called hemisphere. And what do you all know about right circular cylinder? When I say it is related to rectangle, everyone agree with me? Yeah, I will say how you can agree with me. Let's see. I have a paper. It looks like what? Rectangle shape. It's a rectangle shape. I can make it into a right cylinder. See, I'm just folding and joining the edge. This shape, see, this shape is exactly known as right circular cylinder. So when I fold the rectangles and join the edges of the rectangle in one way, then I got the shape called right circular cylinder. You all know how the gas cylinder in our house, right? So this base will looks like a cylinder. That's why we named as a cylinder. Okay. What this shape looks like? With a base as circle. It's almost sphere. Then what is the difference between hollow cylinder and a cylinder? When I have two layers, it's called hollow cylinder. It is called right cylinder, just a cylinder. When I have two, inside one layer is present, these will be filled by the solids. This is called hollow cylinder. And when I talk about cone, it becomes what? I have a base as a circle, and there is one common point who connected with all the points of the circle on the surface of the circle. Then it becomes a cone. The cone will be formed from the common point. Okay. Since we have a new word called slant height. This word means the length of these line, which is slightly slanting, and the height means from the common point to the center of the base. It's called it's called height. When I have the length from the common point to any of the surface of the circle, it becomes slant height. And the surface area of a combination of a solid means what? It is not a regular shape. We don't have a name for this shape, but it can be a combination of two or more shapes. Like, see, it is a combination of a cylinder and a cone. So, the surface area of a combination of a solid can be found by first finding for a regular cylinder plus by cone. It is an example. There are a lot of examples for a combination of a solids. Then we step into the formulas, which is very important to have this chapter. First, we are going to see the formulas related to cube. I have already said that what? Cube is a box. And anyone counted how many sides does cube have? Does anyone count it? I will say there are 6 sides for a box. How many sides? There are 6 sides exactly. So I am going to say what is surface area, and there are 2 types of surface area, that is called lateral surface area and total surface area. The difference is what? The total surface area means the area covered by a shape of all the sides of a 3D shape. Okay. When I talk about lateral, it will exclude the top and the bottom of a 3D shape. It does not include this top and the bottom surface area. Fine. So the lateral surface area means what? It does not include this top and the bottom side. And the 4 walls. It means the 4 walls. It can be covered by the 4 walls. We know all that this box is, when I talk about cube, it means what? The surface will be square. And we all know the area of a square. What is it? A square. Right? When I talk about surface area, what I said? It means the space covered by the outer space. Right? When I talk about lateral, it means the 4 outer space. 1, 2, 3 and 4. It talks about 4 squares. And the surface area for 4 square is what? I am going to add all these areas, which becomes 4a square. When I talk about total, I have to include the top and bottom also, which is also a square. So it becomes 6a square. When I talk about the length of a diagonal, it means the line from one vertex to the top right corner vertex. This one. This line. So whose line length is given by root 3a. What is it? Root 3a. Exactly. When I talk about cuboid and square are more or less equal, right? So we are also going to have the lateral surface area and total surface area for this one. For cuboid also we have 6 sides. So we are going to have area for all these 6 sides as total surface area, and we are going to exclude the top and the bottom sides for lateral surface area. Exactly. So what is the area for a rectangle? It's LB. Right? When I talk about this rectangle, it is L into H. Because this one is named as H. This one is named as breadth for this shape. When I talk about this rectangle alone, his area is given by L into H. This one and this alternate side will have an equal area. So it is 2LH. In this way, I will have 2HB also and 2LB also. When I add this one, I will got this total surface area. I have to exclude the top and the bottom surface area. The top shape area is given by L into B. So I have to exclude this LB, 2LB, because I have to exclude the bottom also. If I cross this one, I will got the lateral surface area. I think you all get it. When I talk about this length, it will be given by square root of L square plus B square plus H square. Okay, now we get into combinations. We are going to see the formulas of surface area in a combination way. We have to combine sphere and hemisphere for your easiness, and we have to combine the circular cylinder and hollow cylinder for our easiness. And cone we have been treated as separate one. Okay, when I talk about sphere, I already said that what is surface area? Surface area means the area covered by the outer surface. It looks like a circle, right? It looks like a circle, and I have to have for whole this circle. See, this circumference. This length is given by the circumference, which is equal to 2 pi r, right? And this area, which is also given by 2 pi r. When I talk about surface area, see, look like we are talking about this outer cover, right? This outer cover will equal to 2 pi r. We know that, right? But we have to take for almost this length, which is given. What is this length? What is this length? If I take this as circle and this one as length, what you will have? This length is equal to 2r because it is a diameter, right? So this one is equal to 2 pi r into 2r, which is equal to 4 pi r square. See, when I cut a 3D shape, I will definitely have a 2D shape. So I will, if I cut sphere at any angles, I will have the base as a circle. It means there are circles filled in it to become a sphere. Okay. So when I talk about the outer space, it only talks about the circles. Fine. When I talk about hemisphere, it is the half of sphere. So this curved area surface will be half of this one. Half of 4 pi r square, which is equal to 2 pi r. Okay. And this total means I have to include the base also. See, this is hemisphere. This area is 2 pi r square. And this one is what? I have to include this one also. It looks like a circle whose base is equal to pi r square. So I have to add this, which becomes 3 pi r square. And what is, we know the shape of cylinder. And what is I asking? The end, which means this one or this one. The area of this one is what? This is a circle. The area of a circle is pi r square. So area of each circle becomes pi r square. Compare this with the hollow cylinder. Yeah. The difference between this and this becomes what? This is the radius for this hollow cylinder, which becomes what? This R denotes the center to the outer cover, and this small r denotes the radius of center from to this inner cover of a circle. So this area will become half into r square minus r square. Okay, instead of r square, I have to substitute this as capital R square minus small r square. And this curved surface area will be given by the circle circumference with the height of this cylinder, which is equal to 2 pi r h. When I talk about TSA, I have to include what? The area of the bases also. It is pi r square, it is pi r square, it is equal to 2 pi r square. So I have to add 2 pi r square to the curved surface, which becomes the total surface area. When I talk about for hollow cylinder, instead of R, I have to substitute as R plus R. See, the only difference. Instead of R square, I have to substitute R square minus R square. Instead of R, I have to substitute as R plus R. When I talk about this one, it becomes R square minus R square. Then what is cone? It is cone. Okay. When I talk about this one, the CSA will be the circle covered for this length. So it becomes pi RL. Fine. And when I talk about this TSA, it becomes what? I have to add the base area to this one, which is called pi R square. Fine. We got all this one. Next topic we are going to move is called volume. What is volume? Surface area means it is the area only covered by the outer surface. When I take the area which is inside this shape also, it becomes volume. It is the capacity of a 3D shape. We have only volumes for only 3D shape. And the space included inside the shape, the area inside the shape is also given by volume. Fine. Now we step into the formulas of volume for different shapes. When I talk about cube, volume. See how to calculate volume. Take the base shape of a 3D shape. Okay. Base 2D shape for a 3D shape. It is what? Square. Yeah. We have to arrange these squares with this height of a 3D shape. This area is given by what? A square, whose height of this shape is A, which becomes A cube. When I talk about cuboid, what I have said? Just take the base shape of a 3D shape. Here base shape is what? Rectangle, whose area is given by L into B. We have to arrange it in with the height of a 3D shape, whose height is given by H. So this becomes the volume for cuboid. When I talk about sphere, it is in the same way we have to calculate. The sphere and hemisphere formula is given by, easy, 4 by 3 pi r cube, and it is given by 2 by 3 pi r cube. When I talk about cylinder, take base area as a circle. Circle area is given by pi r square. We have to arrange it for height, which is given by H. So it becomes pi r square H. When I talk about hollow cylinder, we have to take the base area, which is a combination of two circles, right? Whose base area is given by what? This one, which becomes the base area. We have to arrange it for height into H. Fine. When I talk about cone, which becomes the base, when you take the sphere, hemisphere, cone, its all volume is remembered by the denominator 3. It is always covered by the denominator 3. Because of what? Because it is sphere. And we have to arrange it for height H. So it is H. 1 by 3 pi r square H. That's why I think you all familiar with the formula of volumes and surface area for different shapes, and I think you will be expert in handling these formulas, and you remember all the formulas to have a good marks in this chapter, and all the best for your exam. Thank you for this video.